I've been working with the cat whisker lately, and I found a couple tricks that make it easier to use and much more reliable. I've got one off of the machine here, and I will zoom in on that as tightly as I can to show you what's going on. So as I worked with my cat whisker, I realized there's a couple of things. But first, we should point out that I use this spring for double purpose. One of them is I can use it directly as a cat whisker, this piece down here. But the other thing I can do is I can open the spring like this, and I can use it as a clamp for small items. So what I got was an entomology needle. I think that's what it's called, entomology, study of bugs. And this is a double aught, and these are the sharpest things I've ever seen. And what I was planning on doing was turning the spring like this, and then putting the needle inside those, between the turns of the spring, and then releasing it. And then I would have the point of that needle that I could use as my cat whisker. Yeah, and it worked pretty well. So my theory about having a sharp enough point, yeah, it goes from, you know, a piece of galena or iron pyrite like this is very easy. This spring point works just fine with that. But when you get to the blued razor blade or like a piece of carbon like this, the finer point really makes a difference. Really makes a difference. So okay, so I was doing that. However, it wouldn't stay on a hot spot. It would fade away or kind of just disappear quickly. And what I found was it seemed to be related to vibration. If I even slightly bumped anything, it would just quit. So let me show you stage 2 of what I did and explain why I did it and how I increase reliability. So this increases the ease of finding a hot spot, a sharp point. But the next thing will help us increase the reliability. It'll keep it on the hot spot longer. So this is the next improvement. And this helps with 2 things. I think I mentioned earlier that you want a very light touch. And that's really hard to get, like with just the needle coming down there. In fact, today I was messing around with this, and I jabbed the needle into the carbon so hard that it actually stuck into the carbon. Yeah, that's not what you want. You want just the lightest touch, but the lightest touch is very susceptible to vibrations. And I had seen old photographs of people using cat whiskers, and they put a loop in just a piece of wire, a very fine piece of wire, and they use that as a cat whisker. And that has 2 benefits. It produces the light touch, but it also eliminates vibration. It acts as a shock absorber. And so if you accidentally bump the platform or whatever you're working on table, it's not as prone to jumping off the hot spot and losing it. So yeah, these 2 things, actually this is the best solution. The needle is not a bad solution at all, but it is susceptible to the vibration issue. This, on the other hand, just requires a very fine wire. In this case, this is a piece of what do you call it, wire wrap wire. It's silver plated copper, and it's just the thinnest stuff I have that has any integrity to it. And it works beautifully. So even on the fussier materials like the carbon and the rusty washer that I had and all that stuff, this just works better. And again, it's easier to use because you can get the hot spot easier, because again, it requires hot spots require a light touch on the fussier materials. And once you're on the hot spot, it's less prone to vibrating off. Okay, well, that was it. Just a short video for those of you who are experimenting with cat whiskers. I'll save you some time and you can kind of jump by these issues. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.